Welcome to the part of your home search process where you have stumbled upon the town of Maywood, New Jersey, one of Bergen County's most conveniently located towns where you have access to great education, access to great shopping, easy access to New York City, easy access to Hoboken, easy access to Paramus, easy access to the rest of Bergen County and the greater tri-state area. Maywood is a great option for so many families entering Bergen County for the first time and for Bergen County families who are thinking about making a move to another town. So if you want to find out if Maywood is the town for you, make sure you stick around for the end of this video. Please like this video and subscribe to the channel. That way, not only do you learn about Maywood, but you learn about all the other Bergen County towns that have any sort of relevance as well. My name is Tyler Sellers, 2Win Realty, and this is Maywood, New Jersey. You know me, I always like to dive right into the computer, and of course we have Maywood, New Jersey outlined in red on the map. You can see right here that it is nestled away right here to the east of Rochelle Park, just south of River Edge and Paramus, and it's to the west of Hackensack and north of Lodi. So one thing that you might know about Maywood is that the students here don't go to Maywood High School because there is no Maywood High School. They go to Hackensack High School. But Maywood's location is just so prime, and I think that should be a main point of this video. If you take away anything, look at where it's nestled. Look at the highways that it's surrounded by without any main highways actually cutting through town, which is really cool. You're right by Hackensack, which is obviously one of the most quickly gentrifying areas in Bergen County. This town will be completely transformed in the next 10 to 15 years, which will inevitably drag up Maywood home prices with it. So it's a great appreciation play to be in Maywood. And then of course, you're just south of Paramus, which of course on Route 17 is where all the major Bergen County shopping is going to be. Also on Route 4. And with Route 17 and Route 4, both to the north and west of town, you can easily get to I-80, which takes you to 95, boom, right over the George Washington Bridge into Manhattan, New York City. Or of course, just take Route 4 down the same path into the George Washington Bridge. But wait, what if there's traffic on the George Washington? Well, you could just hop on I-80 or 17, take it down to Route 3 or take it down to 95 South, and you could hop right into New York City via the Lincoln Tunnel, and you'll be in Times Square in pretty quick. How quick? 24 to 40 minutes. That is pretty dang quick. And if you take the Lincoln Tunnel route, you could be into New York City in as quick as 26 minutes. So Maywood is no joke when I talk about an absolutely prime location for, you to live and enjoy, experience how great a convenient lifestyle could really be. So that's the big location highlight about Maywood. I'll give you some quick stats about the town. It does have a population of about 10,000 residents, just short at 9,935 residents. And the town is actually only 1.2 square miles big. So it's a very small town, big community feel, and it's really just a quaint place, very run of the mill. It's not extravagant. You won't feel like you have to keep up with the Joneses, but you can definitely build a community in town where, families want to take care of each other and they want to see their kids succeed alongside each other. As far as households, we have just shy of 3,800 households. Over 1,000 of them do have children, with the rest not having children. And as for the income, we can see the median household income is $96,000. That does not account for outliers, but when you do account for outliers, you can see we do have some high earners in town because the average household income is $130,000. Now, Maywood has an amazing commute to New York City, and you can see that commute right here. It's a 32-minute commute. So it's very convenient for New York City commuters, and you will find a lot of young professionals, young families, and adults who are working in New York City. And that's where you're gonna find these high earning families that are dragging up this average household income. Going off that point about the New York City commuters, you can see right here that there are a lot of white collar workers compared to blue collar workers in town. All right, you have a good idea for what kind of people are in Maywood, what the demographics are. Now diving into town, there is a main drag, and it's going to be West Pleasant Avenue right here. So it doesn't look like the main drag on the map because Passaic Street is technically a busier street and Maywood Ave is technically a busier street. But the thing I like about West Pleasant is that it's actually a very quiet street, and it's lined. I actually have to take you into a street view because you got to see how this street is lined with parking spots and stores and restaurants. And there's some great places. I think I just passed Seafood Gourmet, Uncle Louis G's Italian Ice. There is just so many little spots right here. I love this place right here, Seafood Gourmet. Oh my goodness, it is so good. One of the best fresh fish market places in North Jersey. So West Pleasant Avenue right here does have the majority of the shopping. You're gonna find Maywood Market right here, famous for prepared food and gourmet groceries. Going into the amenities, you can see that you do have 33 eating and drinking locations. You have 43 banks and financial locations. There's plenty of automotive services. There's some recreational things to do, such as the tennis club, dance center, karate, fitness center, performing arts center. There's a ton of shopping opportunities in Maywood. So Maywood just has so much going on for it, but it's so unassuming of a town, which I really like. It's a cool vibe when you're in Maywood because it's got so much to do. The access to even more things to do is kind of mind-blowing, with Hackensack and Paramus being your bordering towns, two of the most popping towns in Bergen County. So I really think that Maywood has so much to offer, and it's super underrated. Now, this might look a little confusing to you, but I'm going to make it as simple as possible. Going into the Maywood real estate sales, we can see it's a hard town to get into with only 5 active houses on the market right now, as far as single family residential homes go. Now, looking at the 14 houses that have sold over the past 3 months, that's right, over the past 3 months, only 14 houses have sold. So it's not an easy town to get into, and it's a very small and quaint town. Like I said, only 1.2 square miles. Now, when you see these numbers in green and red, if it's in red, it means it's sold over asking. If it's in green, it means it's sold under asking. And if it's in black, it means it's sold at asking. So you can see there's a good mixture of homes that have high competition and do sell over asking versus those that are maybe priced a little aggressively and a buyer comes in and scoops it for less than the asking price. But you can see that over the past 3 months, homes have ranged from $360,000 on the low end all the way up to $735,000 on the high end. Let's see what the $735,000 home looks like. It looks like a relatively new construction. Really cool. You can see it was built in 2011. Now, I know Maywood is a much older town. You're going to find a lot of early 1900s and mid 1900s homes in this town. So to see something built in 2011, you can definitely expect it to trade for a premium. Now, the reason that there's not too many new constructions in Maywood is because, first of all the houses were built so well, and it's a very generational town. A lot of people in Maywood stick around Maywood. So you're gonna have a lot of older people that have been occupying these homes for a very, very long time. And there's been no opportunities to build new constructions. There's no vacant land in Maywood to build these new constructions. So with all that Maywood has going for it, such as location, access to New York City, shopping, schools, you can expect when a new construction comes on the market, it's gonna trade at a significant premium to the rest of the houses in town. Now you can see it was listed at $750,000. They couldn't quite get it, sold at $735,000. But the next most expensive house to sell did sell over asking for $685,000, which we can see right here is $36,000 more than the asking price. And this is not a new construction. This looks like something that was built in the 70s. And you can see right here it was built in the 1960s. I'm sure they have some nice renovations inside for it to be able to sell at $685,000. Looks like they have a custom living room. They took down some walls. Everything looks very, very nice on the interior. That's why they were able to command such a premium for their beautiful Maywood home. Now, as for what's on the market right now, we can see that they decreased the price of 2 houses. They increased the price of 1 house, and a couple houses have just been sitting there. This one's been on the market for 11 days at $550,000. It is a Cape Cod with a dormered expansion up top. And you can see hardwood floors, drywall walls, some recessed lighting, quartz countertops, nice light fixtures, but the square footage looks to be a little bit on the small side, which is typical for Maywood. 1880, it's actually a large house. 1880 is a very nice size house for a town like Maywood. So this house I do expect to trade probably right around the asking price. As for the house that had a price increase, this looks like a very small ranch. They went up from $510,000 to $520,000. It's been on the market for 175 days. Now this house right here, I expect to sit on the market longer. This is not the market with the increased interest rates that we're having right now in January 2023 to be increasing the listing price on your home. So this house, While it is small, it does seem to have some high ceilings, and it does have an upstairs, but it's definitely a starter home, and I do not expect this house to trade for over $500,000. So that's kind of what we see going on in Maywood. And then just opening up the map of the active and sold properties. The active properties are in blue, the sold properties are in green. We can see that the homes that sold up here to the north side of town, 630,000, 360, that's the cheapest one, 600,000. And then down here, we see that they sold for 565, 735, the expensive one, 450. So you can see that throughout Maywood, home prices are pretty consistent. It doesn't really matter what part of town you're in. You can comp a house out in Maywood to any other house that is similar in size and structure to it within the boundaries of Maywood, New Jersey. As for the schools in Maywood, we do have our own elementary schools at Maywood Avenue Elementary as well as Memorial Elementary. As for high school and middle school though, you will be going to Hackensack High School. And at Hackensack High School, we can see right here that the graduation rate is 91%. It's pretty solid. Keep in mind, all of the education grades that you see online to a large extent are completely fluff. What matters about an education system is that both the student and the parents are on the same page about a vision to excel. Any school system within Bergen County will be able to prepare students for higher education. What really matters is making sure that not only do you learn the material in school, but you come home, you do your homework, and you actually learn the material so that you can go back to school the next day, test on it, and do well. So Maywood, awesome education system. You can see right here how super close to Maywood Hackensack High School is. It is literally right down the streets. So Maywood, it's a great opportunity for a family who's not necessarily interested in keeping up with the Joneses, wants a very quaint lifestyle, wants an excellent location, a convenient life, and access to New York City and the rest of Bergen County and beyond. And one of the cool things about Maywood is that you get all of this with relatively low taxes, which is not a common thing that you hear when talking about towns in Bergen County, New Jersey. That is my take on Maywood. If you enjoyed this video or got any new insights about Maywood, please leave this video a like. It would mean so much. And please subscribe to the channel. That way you don't only know about Maywood, but you know about all the other towns in Bergen County and stay up to date with the relevant trends in the real estate market. That way, when you make your move, either buying or selling, you make as educated of a decision as possible. And my name is Tyler Sellers from 2Win Realty. This is Maywood, New Jersey. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I'll catch you on the next video.